Wow. Okay. What's that? Show it. Is that okay? Steak, right?
Do check this out.
You just plop it right in there with the eggs.
That's right.
So now we've got steak and eggs in our paint can over our campfire. We've got about 2-3 dozen eggs in there.
You should see.
Yep.
Look.
Looks really good, and our steak is just underneath all those eggs right there. And we're cooking
how
it.
fast this cooks.
Yes.
Right there. Perfect.
We're going to open this up in just a second. We've got steak and eggs.
Perfect. Excellent.
And this cooks really fast because the fire is super hot.
We've got all of these eggs in this paint bucket right now. Already I can see the edges of it cooking. Already it's starting to get solid. What's amazing is inside this paint can, all these eggs and our steak are actually cooking inside of each other. So we've all had steak and eggs, but with this steak inside the paint can, it's actually going to be cooked with the juices locked in, surrounded by eggs. You are going to be so amazed when you pull this thing out. It happens very, very fast because this thing is in the fire.
Yep, I can already see that the egg around the edges of the can is turning white.
That's right.
So we've got our eggs are already almost cooked. Our steak is inside the paint can, and about 2 dozen eggs are inside the paint can hanging over our campfire. This is going to be a delicious breakfast for the whole camping trip.
That's right. Perfect. Look at that. So I've lowered
Beautiful.
it a little bit more into the
Great.
fire.
Great.
So we are on the most heat possible. You're going to start to see our eggs. I'm going to have you pull the camera into the top. I want you to peek into the top right now and see what's happening with our eggs.
Yep, they're the
you
eggs.
See that?
Yep,
So
we can
look
see
at
the
how
paint
fast
can
the
full
eggs
of
are
eggs.
cooking on the edge.
Yeah, those look great.
It's cooking very, very fast, and
Yep.
inside it'll keep our steak perfectly cooked. We're just moments away from pulling this thing.
Yeah,
out
let's. I
and
think
cutting all of it open. You
it's
ready for
almost
this?
ready. Yep.
Really, really fast. Steak and eggs on the campfire. All you need is we've just hung our paint can right here,
Yep.
just like this. You can twist it around and make sure it's getting cooked evenly.
All right.
I've got heat protective gloves, but even this far out, like I'm all the way over here on the this fire, it's very hot. So what we're cooking inside here is happening very, very fast. Get
Yep.
ready.
This is our morning steak and eggs cooked over a campfire in our paint can.
It's looking so good.
It's already
Yeah,
cooking.
Look at
that.
how fast it's cooking.
Yep, it's
okay?
already. It's going to be done in minutes. All of that egg around the edges is turning white. Our steak is cooking in the middle of all of that.
It's really spectacular.
It's beautiful.
All right, so now we're going to add in our seasonings right into the top.
Yep.
And so we just got some salt and some different things that we can pour right in the top. If you're just tuning in, you are right on time because we've got in here our steak and eggs right here cooking over the campfire in a paint can. This is really spectacular because the can is metal, so it acts as our pan, and it is searing everything on the inside. I wish I could show you how quickly on the inside everything is cooking. So we are just seconds away from taking it off of the campfire. Here we go. So we can. What's so great about having this open like this is we can salt directly in the middle, and because of the heat.
Do you need anything to stir it with, or
Our salt, we don't want to stir it actually.
No?
We don't
No
want
stirring?
to break our yolks because if you'll see in a second, our yolks
I feel like
are
stirring might be
actually
good.
going to be.
Stirring could be good because the outside could burn.
So what it is actually the outside is going to be crispy.
Okay.
And on the inside, it's going to be that medium rare steak and over easy eggs. Look at how good that's looking right now.
Yeah, that's
it's
cooking
looking
so well.
really, really good.
Look at that. All those eggs in that can hanging over our campfire. This is going to serve the whole party.
Now listen, we're not going to stir it because we don't want to disturb our egg yolks. We don't want to break them. You can do that if you want, but watch how we stir this. Bring the camera back a little bit, and we just do one of these
Oh, yeah.
right here.
Great.
Perfect. we are cooking real good now.
I think we can take it out. I think it's pretty much ready here.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the plate, and I'm going to get a spatula so we can take it off of the edges. Now, let them know, show them the steak and the eggs as we take this thing off right now.
Yep. So what we have in here is about 2 dozen eggs, just white eggs, and then a steak. We just put the steak right inside the can with all of those eggs cooking in there. I can see all of the eggs in my paint can here over our campfire they're turning white. They're cooking very fast because of how hot this fire is. And I'm very excited to show you guys what this looks like. Look at this. This is going to be great. We're about to take this out any second now. Check this out. We've got our campfire eggs cooking over our campfire. We've got 2 dozen eggs cooking in the paint can. We've got our steak inside of that. The steak is cooking inside of all the eggs, keeping all that moisture in. The meat.
Speaking of moisture,
so delicious. Let's get this.
A full stick of butter in the top at about this point, right
Great.
here.
Full stick of butter inside. You can see that smoke happening. Oh my gosh, this is great.
Take a peek inside and you'll be able to see.
That smells amazing. It smells so good. All right, so all of our eggs are practically cooked. We can go ahead and dump this out.
Now here's what's amazing is I've got these heat-resistant gloves. We're going to plop this thing upside down onto a plate so you can see
gonna be great.
Exactly how it's doing. Oh, guys, this is really good.
Careful. It's hot.
Very good. Yes, it's very, very hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just a couple more seconds, and then I think we can. Oh yeah, look at that butter smoking in there on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So that butter's gonna melt inside of all of the eggs, and then we have our steak cooking inside of our 2 dozen eggs. We're just waiting for this to cook. It's almost done. We're about to drop it on this plate. Here, I'm gonna get the plate ready for you.
Yep. Perfect.
Got the plate. I'm gonna put the plate right here. Because this is ready. I can see it just smoking in there. Here we go. We got our plate. I'm going to move these eggs out of
Now, here's the great thing about doing a steak and eggs this way. A lot of times, the easiest thing to mess up in a steak and eggs is actually the eggs. Because, you know, you don't get the perfect eggs. Maybe you want them scrambled. Maybe you want them over easy. Well, this is going to be the perfect answer to that. Not only that, in this, we don't have to flip our steak at all.
Yep.
We don't have to turn it.
Nope.
We don't have any grill marks on it. Instead, it's being perfectly cooked underneath as eggs are just, it's really, really incredible what you're about to see. Okay, so we've got this in here. Great. And I'm just making sure that we're staying nice and even.
All right, we're just about ready to dump our eggs and steak and eggs out onto our plate here. We've cooked them over a campfire. We've cooked about 2 dozen eggs in our paint can over the campfire.
Perfect. You hear that?
Yeah, that's the heat coming up from the bottom,
heat is
releasing
coming from the bottom.
Yep.
And it's causing little bubbles of air in the top, so it's almost starting to boil. I want you just to get one last peek here in the middle.
All right.
Let me get this butter stirred around. Hang on just a second. There and there. Oh. So now I'm starting to feel it's more solid at the bottom. So we're just about ready. Look at that. Look at how good that's looking.
It's looking really good.
This is spectacular.
Let's go ahead and dump this out, plate this, and cut it up.
So the first thing they do.
What's amazing is when we cut this in half, how beautiful it looks. So when we dump it out of this paint can, it's going to be cooked eggs all the way through, and then our steak is going to be cooked in the middle. You can see all that smoke coming out from the butter. Very exciting. We're going to put it on this plate right here, right now. This is our campfire steak and eggs.
What I've done here is I've lowered it just for the last minute, just to be real close to the fire. I want it to be really, so we've got our solo stove here. This is a really easy campfire that you can put anywhere. It's actually smokeless, which is nice. All of those holes around our campfire, you can see the cool designs that the fire makes through those holes. That allows the heat to be here inside of our fire and not anywhere else. Looks like we are almost done. This is looking really great. That steam there, that says that everything's happening really well, okay? So that steam there is all of our juices staying inside of our steak and our eggs. cooking. Looks like we are ready to go. You got
Yep,
the plate
let's
ready?
take it out. Yep.
All right, here we
Plate's
go.
ready.
So now what we're going to do is I'm going to have both these gloves, and we're doing it right now. I'm putting these gloves on so I can grab
Yep, let's
that
take it out.
paint can. I'm going to grab the paint can. We're going to flip it onto our steak. We'll back our cameras up from the campfire just a little bit in a second.
Okay.
So that we can do all
Wow,
of this. My
look
gloves
at
are
that.
on. The steak is cooking. The eggs around it are done. This is really great.
Oh, yeah, this is ready.
So try and get a shot inside, and you'll see what we're looking at right now. So it's covered by the steam, but I can see through the steam. Watch this. I'll blow. That's
All right.
done.
Let's
That's
take it
done.
out.
We have an amazing cylinder right now of steak and eggs cooked inside of our paint can. So let's put the camera down and take it out. Here we go. Now, a couple notes if you're going to do this. If you're using a paint can, this is not a used paint can. There was no paint in this paint can. This is just an empty metal paint can. If you wanted to, you could use a coffee tin. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You just need a metal container hanging over the campfire, and we put our steak in it. So we took, we've got ourselves some New Yorks. So we put a New York, we slid it right inside with all of our eggs. And we put in a lot of eggs. It was really beautiful. The bucket is not all the way full because we want to have the freedom for our eggs to bubble a little bit, because as they're cooking, that's what's happening. Can you see okay with the smoke coming towards you? Or
We can. Yep, we can see everything. Let's go ahead and take this off and see what it looks like.
Okay, take a look. I want you to see on the inside, and then we'll show the camera. Look at what's happening on the inside. Look at how that's solidifying.
Oh, wow.
See that?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay, so we're probably about 5 more seconds just
Yep.
to make sure we are good and cooked.
All right.
Excellent. So, if you're just tuning in, we've got here our campfire, and we've got steak and eggs cooking on our campfire. Look at all of that beautiful smoke. That smoke right there is actually steam with the heat from the eggs in the bottom and our steak inside. And let's just pull this thing out right now. Okay, grab the plate.
Okay.
Here
The
we
plate's
go.
right here. Plate's ready. Do you want me to, I can just, here, I'll back this camera up so that we can get right in on that plate. Here we go. We're taking our steak and eggs out of the can. We've
there's
cooked
a-
it in a paint can over a campfire.
Now, there's a couple different
Campfire
options that we
steak
can
and
do.
eggs.
A couple different options. We can get tongs. We can go in through the eggs. We can pull out the steak, and the eggs stay in there. And then you take a spoon, and you can scoop out the eggs. Or we can take all of it and dump it upside down right on here. Is that what we want?
Yeah, I think so.
We want everything together, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think we just take the paint can, dump it upside down right on top of that plate,
Great.
and just see what comes out. We're very excited for our campfire steak and eggs, which are finished now. We're taking them out of the
Okay.
paint can.
Here we go.
We're going to dump them right over onto the plate. It's going to be amazing. Let's do this. Let's see how that steak cooked in the middle. That's what I'm the most
Wow,
excited about.
Guys,
Did it cook really well?
this is really exciting. Okay, so here we go. I'm
Oh.
going to make sure everything is separated from the edges. Right there.
Yes, let's do it.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, let's see.
Excellent. Looking good.
Robert, we're
Guys, this is exciting.
we're trying to let everybody know who's just joining us. That's why we keep saying this is our campfire steak and eggs, because we've got a lot of people just now joining us who are wondering what's inside the paint can, and it is steak and eggs. We're going
right,
to dump it
last
out
one.
onto this plate right now.
Here's how we do it. You ready for this?
Yes. All right.
Gonna lower one more rung
All right, here we go.
as we pull this guy out.
I'm very excited to see how this looks. Let's do it.
Excellent. Oh boy, that is a hot fire right now. Okay, so as you see, we lit our fire when we put our steak and eggs inside. I'm going to take it out. We're going to dump all of it right here onto our plate so you can see everything. That smoke that's coming up, that is all, I can smell all of the flavors of the steak and the eggs. One other note, we've slowly lowered it. As the fire gets more hot, the more we burn through that wood, the more we can lower that paint can in and continue to cook our eggs and our steak inside. Here we go. Yeah, that's looking really great.
All right, let's do
really,
it.
really great. Okay?
I think it's ready.
All right, let's get last bit of seasoning in there now that we've done a little bit of work on that. Good, right there. Right there. Perfect. So the reason we do this is because setting up a skillet over a campfire is oftentimes very challenging. And you have to be able to flip the steak like this. But look, with this right here, we're cooking everything inside of our paint can without any concern for how we have to flip that steak or making sure our eggs aren't sticking to the griddle or anything like that. This makes it way easier, way quicker. And as you can see, look at the nice heat that's coming out here.
Yep.
We're about to dump all of this out. We're gonna pick up the paint can. We're gonna dump it right here on the plate so you can see our steak and egg breakfast over the campfire.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, I think it's ready. I think we go ahead and just get it out of there.
All right, we're gonna do it right now.
Yep.
Here we go. Okay, if you're just joining us, you're coming at the perfect time. We're just about to pull this out. We had about 24 eggs in here, and we had them in a glass pitcher completely full to fill this paint can up with our eggs.
Yep.
I want to make sure the camera can see, even though we've got some smoke coming out of that paint can.
Yeah, we definitely
looks
can
really
see.
good.
Looks amazing.
Looks really good. Okay, Here we go. Ready for this?
Yep.
What we'll do is let's back the camera up a second. So here we go. Back the camera up. Can we lower it at all, or should we?
No, this is good.
We
Look
got
at
it.
that. Yeah.
We got it. Perfect.
All right, we're on our plate. We're ready to see this plated. This
All right,
is our
here,
steak and
bring
eggs and the
camera back
campfire.
up to the campfire, just so I can take this thing down.
Okay.
Here we go. See this guy right here?
Yep, we're taking our steak and eggs, our campfire steak and eggs.
All right, now we've got, what's nice here is we're going to have a mixture for our party. We've got some eggs that are runny, some eggs that are over hard. And this, I want you to see this. This has been cooking over the campfire right now this whole time.
Let's see how that steak cooked.
I'm gonna do it right now, okay?
Yep, let's get it over here.
Right here.
Here we go. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Let's turn it over.
We're gonna turn everything
That looks
over.
great.
Let's bring the camera set down here. Let's set everything down so you can see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. We got to get a little bit closer, I think, to you guys there, just so we can get a little bit further away from the fire. I still want you to see the fire, but it's still very, very hot.
All right, get in a little closer to me.
Okay.
Then.
A little bit closer then, right there.
Yeah, there we go.
How's
All right.
that?
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and overturn that and see how that steak is cooked.
You ready for this?
Yes.
So, like I said, we took this right here, this paint can.
Yep.
And we put inside dozens and dozens of eggs.
Yep.
And we hung it over the campfire here. Can you see the campfire still back here? Or
No, we can't.
Okay, sorry. All right. Well, let's make it so that we can see the campfire, because I can dump this thing in. Ready for this?
All right.
Here we go. So we cooked this over the campfire. Everything is looking amazing. Now you ready for this? We do the dump.
Oh my gosh.
Like this.
Yes.
Okay. We
Yep.
start to dump. Now
Oh
there
my
you can see
gosh.
our over easy, our runny eggs. Let's bring it back to the rock.
That's okay.
Here we go.
All right, let's pull this bad boy up and see how our steak is cooked. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at they're kind of scrambled almost. And that steak looks amazing.
And there is our steak. So take a look. This is our
Wow.
eggs on the inside that are cooking. Looks like our
Wow.
steak needs a little bit more time, so we're going to put it back on the campfire.
But this is a great way to cook our steak where it keeps the moisture in.
Yeah, but look at all the eggs that are ready there on the edges.
Yeah, let's go ahead and eat those.
Yeah, we can eat those, and then we'll put our steak back in.
Yep, that's okay. We'll just put it right back in.
Yeah.
Turn it
yeah.
over.
Oh, it's completely cooked on this side.
Yeah, that's great.
Completely cooked. That was what was on the bottom.
Don't eat that. Don't. What are you doing?